Jane Campion, such a visionary director. Why did you want to work with her, and what was the reality of it like on set?
I mean, I don't even think we need to say why I needed to work with her. She's an absolute masterful filmmaker, and I mean, to learn why and how she ticks in her presence, it's something that I couldn't ever obviously experience through any of her films alone. So it was lovely to have that one-on-one time with her, and then to work with her in the ensemble. And I feel she really challenged me in the most healthy way possible. She poked and prodded me as an actor to unleash my potential, and now I realize I always want to feel uncomfortable. I always want to look for a challenge in directors that I work with.
You know, it's a Western, but there's so much more going on in this film. What do you think some of the takeaways are?
I think there's a lot to take away from it. Honestly, I think the film is, in the most healthy way possible, coded in ambiguity, and that lets the viewer be invited into the experience as opposed to being told how to feel or what to think, which is something that I feel my generation is unfortunately mostly familiar with. You know, if there's holes in the story of we're invited, we don't know what label to put over that, but I think that needs to be reintroduced. Yeah, I think it's a special experience. Absolutely, I think I'm still trying to kind of work that out myself. I mean, he's such a mysterious guy. He's so strong but so delicate at the same time. I think he symbolizes duality in a walking state. And so for an actor, I just saw it as a challenge. I saw it as a beautiful character. He speaks a lot to me. And but yeah, I don't like to overanalyze or necessarily label or categorize anything. I think that's the beauty of art. It's really up to you, and it's how you feel in your heart. So I don't want to label it. To work out the dynamic was the intention of, I guess, the kind of 2-week boot camp rehearsal that we had together. And that's where we kind of play with ideas and anything that arose that was not in the script and things that were in the script you play with. And then of course our experience off screen was equally beautiful, but you know, for Benedict, he kept Phil alive a lot on set, and so there wasn't time to kind of break through the cracks and, you know, have a laugh, because we wanted to stay in that kind of heavy, hostile mode that this movie expresses. But you know, now we're getting time to have that, so it's lovely. Yeah, I don't think anything he takes on is hard for him necessarily. I mean, of course there's challenges, and we all need challenges, but in terms of, you know, remaining in a character that is, I feel, completely opposite to him on the spectrum, polar opposite. He's such a light-hearted, warm, lovely person, and you know, Phil is quite the opposite. But no, he pulled it off, and like I've been saying, you know, I think it had a lovely domino effect on the rest of the ensemble cast to remain in that headspace. Absolutely. I mean, the time to do that is in the 2-week rehearsal phase, to where, you know, you can all talk through these ideas that you might have, things that came up that aren't in the script, things that are there. But that's the time for that. That's the boot camp. That's the time to kind of brainstorm and then, you know, let these characters come to life and these ideas come to life and play with them. So yeah, that's the trial and error ultimately. But of course, that realm is always open. You know, you're always open to explore any new ideas that pop up. Absolutely. I don't know. We'll have to see how, I don't know, all the buzz and all that kind of stuff goes. I kind of just keep my eyes in the moment, my heart in the moment, and I have an agent and a team to tell me all of that rational, you know, technical stuff, and that's how I like to keep it. But we shall see. Yeah, we shall see. That's my hopes for the best, of course.